Hi viewers, I'm back again, and today my query which is popping in my head is that why Reliance Jio is only targeting 100 million users. Today Mr. Mukesh Ambani said he wants to accumulate minimum 100 million users in the shortest period of time. I'm considering that Reliance Jio is only considering the smartphone, and as of today is around 450 million smartphone is floating in the market. That means if I take that, they are considering around 22 to 25% of the user base, existing user base, to be converted into their customer base, and I'm not considering. So in that scenario, what I think is not possible. Or why it is not possible? Because in India, the total mobile internet user base is around 330 million, and out of that, so the total mobile internet user base is 330 million, but you would be surprised that around 200 million users are actually the paying user. In that scenario, when only 200 millions are the paying user base, so that means you are targeting around 50% of the total market base, which is not possible. As per the data, based on my analysis, and I might be wrong, and you can counter me with a reference, is that is around 130 million devices will be shipped, during FY17, and in a best case scenario, whereas in the worst case scenario is 110 million in FY17, whereas in FY18 it will be around 150 million, and it will be 125 million. In that case, what Reliance Jio is targeting is around the 50% of the total smartphone which is floating in the market, because their focus is on the data, their revenue generation scheme is on the data, and I'm only considering the data in that scenario is next to impossible. So what they have said, this 100 million user is on the optimistic side, but they forgot to consider is that how many of the users are actually paying for the data, and what is the average. It's not that if you are offering a service, then suddenly the users will be higher, because users will remain the same, because your price point what you have offered is more or less the same with the competitor, and I can prove that, because my next topic would be how the Reliance Jio pricing is more or less same with the competitor, with respect to the competitor, but they are only playing around with the voice calls. So in that scenario, if they in next 1 year, if they come up around 50 to 60 million user base, I will be more than happy. But I will also talk about that Reliance Jio will have a tough time in order to make their EBITDA positive. They will, and they have to service their debt. So they are taking an optimistic view, and that's what they have. They are trying to create a buzz that they are coming with a golden spoon, but actually it's in a bronze spoon, and they know that what are the challenges in the marketplace, because the users are not willing to pay. And if they are not willing to pay, at the same time you are offering a user an additional 13 application which will occupy their space on the device. In that case, how the user is going to download the data? Because when you are saying that I have an LYF devices priced at 4,100 rupees, and I'm giving you my data services, but it's 1 GB RAM. When it's 1 GB RAM and your app, the Reliance Jio bunch of application is occupying around 300 MB, and the Android ecosystem is occupying around 350 to 400 MB, users are left with nothing. When they are left with nothing, and you are offering a high quality HD video and other services. So one video is going to occupy a hell of a space, and in that case the processing will be lower. So if they are saying that they will be acquiring 100 million, I will be more than happy, and I will congratulate Reliance Jio for that. But it will be more interesting that how many of them are actually using data. What these users will be doing, they will take the service, they will recharge their data for the first time, and for the rest of the period they will be only using Reliance Jio service for the free voice call, and they will never use the data, because that is the psychic of the Indian users. And we all have learned it when in 1993-94, when the Reliance Infocom released their CDMA services, the user did the same, and that's why around 35 to 40 million user base will be forced to leave their network, which was done by ATAG Group. So if you think that I'm talking sense, like my channel, share it with your near and dear one, give your comment. If I'm wrong, then please correct me. I will learn from you, and looking forward to come back to you again with another article that Reliance Jio will. I wanted to see when Reliance Jio will be a cash flow positive, as well as give profit, which will give returns to their investors. That would be my next topic. Thank you.